Happy Easter, everyone. We welcome you to the 2020 Taiko World Cup Grand Finals. Dolan joined by Mango Miser.
Hello!
What's going on, Mango?
It's great to be here. This is the absolute climax of the Taiko World Cup. As always, the Grand Finals match. In the red corner, unsurprisingly, Japan. And this year we have a new challenger, South Korea.
Yes,
this is a very stacked match.
They finished third last year. They have improved their result, but they're looking to shock the world and maybe become the third ever Taiko World Cup champion. But they've got to beat Japan, and that's not an easy feat. Japan have played quite well this entire tournament. However, when Japan played South Korea in semis, it was 7-5, so South Korea maybe got a little momentum.
Yeah, but that was 2 weeks ago, and the semis pool was considerably easier than what we are going to see today.
It's a different ball game than the last time these two teams faced. The rosters are stacked. The players are ready. The 10th Taiko World Cup is going to come to a close, Mango. 10 years of Taiko. And Japan
come a long way.
Has won 7 out of 9 Taiko World Cups.
Honestly, Taiko's come such a long way in 10 years. In the first Taiko World Cup, we had some very interesting things happening. Like, there were mixed country teams. Like, countries used to band together. I think there was like the Italy-Netherlands alliance. And Japan Team A, Japan Team B. Funny stuff like that, but we've grown so much since then. And
it's evolved. Well, what can we say about these players, Mango? They are the best of the best. Some big names on the screen right now.
I think we're all familiar with these players at this point. Like, throughout the entire tournament, they've shown what they're capable of. And I think it's just, we'll see how they play on the day, basically. But
I think the big question on most people's minds is, does Korea stand a chance?
It's a difficult question, really, because South Korea clawed their way out of the losers finals, right? It's losers bracket finals, and they played against the UK, and the match was 7-5. So South Korea has basically played the entire map pool already for Japan to see. So they're coming into this match at a significant disadvantage because Japan knows what South Korea is capable of. On top of that, because they're coming up from the losers bracket, South Korea's got to win twice in a row to take home, the number one spot. So they have a lot of work to do, and they're starting on the back foot here.
Indeed. Yeah, they did play almost every single map in the pool, so Japan's going to have all that useful information at their disposal. That's surely going to aid them with picks and bans throughout the match. But Korea have just had a surprising come up in the last few years in terms of Taiko, just winning or getting third place last year. And now here they are in their first ever TWC Grand Final. But anyway, we're actually going to be getting a change of the casters. We had some technical problems. Mango Miser doing a wonderful job filling in. Incandescence is here. What's going on?
Hi, hello. So I remember last week I went robot in the middle of the stream. That's basically what happened, but it happened before I got online, so we're good now.
Got it all out of the way now.
Yes, yeah, it's not going to happen again. We're going to do great. It's going to be great.
Anyway, hope you two enjoyed the show. Signing off here.
Thanks, Mango.
You're welcome.
Yes,
Mango
thank
Miser,
you.
Everyone. Give him a round of applause, even though it's chat. Just give him a wave or something. Who knows? But anyway, incandescents, here we are, grand finals.
So I'm very excited for this. I have been waiting for this match since the beginning of the tournament, and I've said multiple times on stream that I think Korea is the team to win here. I really hope that they are. I'd like to see some things change, but either way, I look forward to this match, and I think we're all going to be extremely we're going to be extremely happy with this match either way.
Yeah, Korea definitely going to be able to put up a good fight. They have done some nutty stuff this tournament, and even semifinals, taking 5 points off Japan is pretty good. That's pretty impressive.
So the question is, can Korea do it again? The map pool is harder. Things are significantly different than they were from the finals pool. We haven't seen Japan play the pool yet. I heard Mango making some good points earlier. It's gonna be an uphill battle for Korea. They are, as Mango said, they are at a disadvantage because Japan has the ability to see that match played with the UK. But if Korea took it upon themselves to grind in the past day or so on the maps they lost to the UK on, they could. I think that we could see a really close match here today. I'm hoping for Korea sweep, but I'll take
Korea
anything.
Sweep. Bold stuff.
I am. It's all or nothing, man. Let's go.
All or nothing. Korea sweep. Let's see it. But also
Right.
Korea coming up from the losers bracket, they will have to do it twice if they want to win the World Cup. So there's also that. If they manage to beat Japan once, they got to do it again.
I would say that, although I would love for them to do that, I think that they are more than capable of doing that as well. Having Japan lose once out of the two matches that are played here today, if we do go on to two, having Japan lose that once is history as is. So
I can't wait. We're just having some issues getting into the warm-ups, but I think once we get these technical issues sorted out, we will be ready to start the first grand final of the year.
man, this is insane. I was nervous to cast this match. It's crazy. I am excited.
In the sheet, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Grand finals, let's go.
This is a great pairing. Yeah.
I did not expect us to get paired up at grand finals. I was like, PogChan, dude.
That's just how the availability worked out, but I'm very happy to be able to cast the grand finals with you of all people. It's great. I love it.
Dude, I'm excited. It's 7 a.m. I'm excited to wake up my neighbors this early in the morning.
Yeah, I still live with my parents because I'm like young adult, so I'm trying to talk quiet. I think you can tell.
Mom, it's grand finals, okay?
It's grand finals though.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my parents are awake because I had to go use the restroom. My dog barked at me when I opened the door, so I was like, alright, good morning to you two, boys.
Oh man, good stuff. This is the 10th running of the Taiko World Cup, so 10 years of TWC coming to a close with this match.
It has been crazy. Japan has been the winner for the majority of them. Taiko World Cup has had some crazy years. We've had 2017. 2017 was a great year, and I mean that sarcastically because a lot of people really didn't like the map polls that year. It was a tough year. 2018 was probably the closest that I believe in the past. Japan has almost lost. Taiwan brought them 7-5 once without bracket reset in the grand finals.
Here's some interesting stats I've prepared for great. See, I came prepared today. I needed some useful some TWC stats.
That's good.
So, for the UK, they become the 8th country, only the 8th to ever make it to the top 3. Mango Miser is now the only player in the history of the game, I think across all modes, to ever get top 3 twice with 2 different countries in a World Cup. He's done it with Canada and now with the United Kingdom.
Oh.
So there's that.
Wasn't he top 3 in Hong Kong?
Was it Hong Kong?
I'm pretty sure it was Hong Kong. I know
My
that
bad.
it's like Canada was top 3, but that Mango wasn't.
I was
Canadian.
like, no wait. But I know he's done it twice with 2 different countries.
Yeah, it was Hong Kong.
That's right, yeah, Hong Kong. My bad. I totally forgot. But he's still the only player in the history of the game.
Yeah, that's the same. Yep.
Let the record show.
Let the record show that in the end, Dolan was correct.
in the end, Dolan was correct. Japan have currently won 7 out of 9 Taiko World Cups. And a lot of people may be wondering, bro, where's Taiwan? Well, they finished 4th this year, and that's the first time they finished outside the top 3 since 2014.
Yeah, the UK really came strong this year. I honestly didn't expect them to beat Taiwan. To see Taiwan not in the top 3 is a crazy difference in the top 3 as is. I think Taiwan not being a top 3, if anything, is an indicator that we don't know what's going to happen. You know, I think I'm sure that there are some people out there who are sure that Japan is going to win this match, but I don't think that you can ever be so sure right now, you know?
Especially with how well South Korea have just played, and they've improved over the years, especially from last year.
Oh, yeah.
The team is nuts. The team is nuts.
The team is nuts. Korea, specifically the past 2 years, I think Korea has really just like skyrocketed to having some of the world's best players as well. More so than the United States, more so, but not more so than Japan. If you look at the top 10, most of it is Japan. I don't know why I said Japan like that. Most of it is Japan. Some of it is Korea, and I believe there's 1 US player. That's what consists of our top 10. And I believe as time goes on, Korea will continue to grow, and I hope they do.
But more importantly, let's see what you guys, the fans, think on the pick'ems. Thangamizers provided us the pick'em statistics for this grand final, and 73.9% of you believe that Japan will win this grand final. 26.1% pulling for South Korea. And then on the bracket reset, 80% of people that have it going to a bracket reset believe Japan will win. So the people are not with Korea.
It's a tough battle for Korea. Well, this is going to be difficult no matter what for Korea, but I believe that having the match prior with the UK was able to pinpoint for them the maps that they may need to practice. I feel like that they may have used that kind of practice match, I guess. I don't mean to devalue the UK at all, but because they did do a great job against South Korea. But to use that match in general to figure out where the rough edges are and sand them out before taking on a beast like Japan.
That was beautiful wording.
Thank you.
Fantastic, but true, very true. I mean, that's all South Korea can do is work on what they didn't perform well on against the UK, because they know Japan are probably going to target those areas, their weak spots from the previous match. And how about this warm up?
Those profile pictures are iconic. This has to be the Japanese warm up.
Mapped by ISOC, Japanese captain.
We are the BN. Oh, well, it's only 2 SR. Look at Japan's just warming up their fingers a little bit, you know?
Peaceful flexing the mods.
Hidden God.
The HD gamer. Peaceful just put on a mod so that South Korea would win this warm-up.
South Korea is establishing dominance.
They're establishing. This is basically T-posing on your opponent right here.
Dang, that was quite the SV increase.
Oh my gosh. The T-pose has gone horribly wrong, boys.
Yeah, that is such that background is quite funny.
The references to Tasuke there.
Yeah, just a bunch of Tasuke profile pictures lined up in 2020.
That's so great.
Akumea in chat saying 1-0.
1-0. He's like, put it on the board, please.
Yeah, like Japan really coming out the game strong this match.
Okay, we did miss the first warm-up, the Korean warm-up. So
It's
we're
kind
getting
of
straight into the rolls. Chad, give us your roll predictions. It's the last time you'll get to do it.
Until Catch World Cup.
Hog? No, I think you mean until bracket reset.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. I'm so
Then
sorry.
CWC.
I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate that.
I'm surprised that you made the first CWC reference. It wasn't me. I got beaten to it.
I love CWC. I'm looking forward to that. But we have a grand finals right here. As much as I love the fruits, we have drums.
We do have drums to be decimated, and Japan does win the roll here. So Korea up first to ban.
So that alone, that's not great. I was hoping South Korea would be able to win the roll. They would definitely need that 1-1 advantage, I would think, just to go first. But it's always good to have your opponent go first. I've talked to many players who think it's better to let your opponent go first, to use that map that they pick as a way to warm yourself up on a true, not warm-up setting.
Korea will be getting rid of Nomad 5. Pandora. Not a huge surprise there. It is, it's not exactly the easiest map in the world, especially against a team like Japan. Japan up next to ban. Now this is where what I'm really curious to see.
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to think, what would Japan ban? I'm thinking South Korea banned a Nomad, and they're gonna ban Hard Rock. Okay. I was gonna say, South Korea banned Nomad, which makes sense to me, because when you put Japan and South Korea on a level playing field without any mods, that's where it could get really, really tough. So it makes sense to ban Nomad. I was like, what? I knew Japan was gonna ban a mod. The question was what mod. I thought they were gonna ban Hidden, to be quite frank, but nope.
Hard Rock 2 getting the boot from Japan, so this is it. And they're going to be picking free mod 1. Prepared improvisation. And that's what's going to kick off this grand final. All right, Incan, here we go.
It all starts here, and also it all ends here, kind of.
It's the
This
beginning
is
of the end.
It is. The beginning of the end to a fantastic and different Taiko World Cup.
I think this has
that
been
we've
one
all
of the
come to
most
enjoy.
exciting TWCs of all time.
It has definitely been very exciting. We've seen different amazing things happen. We've seen, Team Sweden. I'm going to give them another ovation for what they've done this year. We saw them come very far with only 3 people on their roster. We see Taiwan fall out of the top 4, UK take the top 3, and I think if there is a year for South Korea to win the Taiko World Cup, this is the year.
And also a shout out to Italy making it to finals week in the top 6 with their roster. An impressive run by them. We've had a lot to talk about, but the teams are getting their mods. It looks like it will be Saren58 and Uone for Japan. Peaceful and Kompaku are in for South Korea. And there's the start command. It's in. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 years of drum decimation coming to a close.
So I think it's interesting to point out that the UK, not the UK, sorry, South Korea won this against the UK when it was picked. It was the game-ending point. So it's interesting that, as you can see, all 4 players, there is no mod advantage. Have played Peaceful Hidden Hard Rocking the match Uone, Kompaku on Hard Rock instead of Hidden like 758. But South Korea did win this against the UK, so it does. I feel like this is going to be a close point. It's going to come down to accuracy, I think, but the map is very long. There's a lot of time for things to change, a lot of times for things to go wrong, quite frankly, so I can't be too sure.
Grand finals underway here. 4 minutes. Very lengthy pick with Japan right now, winning the accuracy battle quite heavily here. Both Korean players down to the 97s. Saren and Uone just putting up an insane performance. 100 from Uone, I believe. Saren with only 2 or 3. And Korea doing well to hold the FCs, but they're going to need to improve that accuracy if they want to stand any chance of taking a point against Japan.
Yeah, they're about 40,000 points behind now. We are at the halfway point. Korea's not really... I wouldn't say that they're even struggling with the map. They're doing fantastic. Peaceful hit a whole stream of 100s there, though. That's going to hurt a good bit. We're going to have to look for Japanese breaks here, I think.
Oh, wait, there's some 100s coming in from Saren. A lot of 100s. He hit a full stream of 100s. But Uode is still keeping the accuracy intact at 99.4. But yeah, Korea doing very well, but Peaceful will find the first miss here. Halfway in, just over. Is not what Korea needed. Japan now going to grow the score lead. They're about 60,000 points in front now. But Uone is just gaming right now.
Yeah, Uone is really he's playing fantastic for Hidden Hard Rock. Best accuracy in the lobby, and he has both mods. So Peaceful finding a good amount of misses there on some of those some of those really awkward snappings.
And Peaceful will get caught out yet again.
Uone is going to find a few of misses on his own, though. It will definitely not be enough to shift the score in Korea's favor.
That
but
FC.
that will take out his FC. The only FCs left right now are 758 and Kampaku.
But Uone's accuracy is still higher than anyone's in the lobby with a 99.2. And he's going to get over 1 million points.
Peaceful finding a few misses at the end of the map here. I think this is definitely going to be a good safe Japanese first point. And
Yeah,
Korea's going to have a tough time responding, I think. Very pressuring. They really cannot let Japan have a lead so early in the match. That is important. They have to make sure that they do not let Japan get a break this early.
1-0 Japan. Yeah, and I think what you said, I think when you're in any match, in any tournament match, I think one big important factor if you are the underdog is early game momentum. It matters so much. Just getting a few points on the board, raising your morale, and keeping you in the match is what's going to give you that fighting spirit to keep going forward. So Korea, I think obviously they're going to pick them after they feel like they have the best chance of beating Japan on right here. And that's why this match, it could be over early. Because if Japan just shut down and take the first 4 points, it doesn't really bode too well.
If Japan really ran away with a lead here, I think any team, not just the Korean team, that would really hurt the morale. You know, you come into grand finals hoping to put up a good fight, and I'm confident that South Korea will, no matter what the score is. But seeing those points drift further and further away, it's tough. But I believe that South Korea can respond. I hope they do in time. I hope that it's not randomized.
Yeah, that's another thing. Gotta make those picks in time, boys. And actually, there's one map. Not every map was played. Nomad 3 was their pick. Nomad 4, I believe, was the one map that was not played or banned.
Ah.
So that's just the one map to keep in mind. But Nomad 3...
Uone now fighting for the Koreans. Appler's on the Japanese there for a second.
Interesting trade there.
That makes me curious as to how that would actually affect the teams as a whole. Interesting. But Korea's gonna pick.
They're gonna trade Bamgo.
Oh, Bamgo is also Japanese now too. Yep.
There we go. We're getting it sorted out. So Korea will send out Applers and Bamgo. And Kyozi will come in alongside Akumiya. This is probably going to be the most important moment in the match for Korea right here.
This is definitely a pivotal moment for them.
You have to get on the board early with an opponent like Japan. I mean, even if they lose this, they won't be completely out of it, but it just makes it that much harder to come back, you know?
Oh yeah, it's tough on the morale. It's tough because, you know, when you pick a map, you pick it because you believe that you can win on it or have a good chance of winning on it. And I think this early in the match, it's more true that Korea believes that this is something that they can win on. So to lose really out of the gate, it would definitely not be great.
But it looks like we're getting underway here with Korea's first pick in the match. Akumiya and Kiyoshi in for Japan. Applers and Bamgo for South Korea. And here we go. And so far, so good. Kiyoshi. Early misses. Tanking accuracy. Got caught out. Maybe it was note lock. Not quite sure. It can't happen.
This map looks like it hurts.
And Korea starting very strongly here on their pick. Takumiya, though, for Japan is keeping up the pace with a brilliant score, but that miss from Kiyoshi, he lost so much accuracy. He's behind now. Akumiya will drop. Korea looking to capitalize.
We still have
the way through.
We still have a good bit of map to go. It's not quite 3 minutes, but it's almost there. Both Japanese players have lost their FCs, but Akumiya has come back to the 200 score cap. So Japan is all up to speed now. And it seems like South Korea has a lead of about 50,000 points for now.
Yeah, 50K. That's going to give them a nice little buffer in case they should drop accuracy or whatever. But Kiyoshi is going to miss again. This time he doesn't drop as much accuracy, though. Applers will find the first break. But look at the accuracy. He managed to keep it intact. That is going to pay dividends for Korea down the line. Bamgo does drop. He keeps the ack intact. Akumiya will break.
Akumiya dropping now, almost dropping to 97.
How are these players keeping their accuracy intact with these drops?
These are amazing, out of this world taiko players. Akumiya finding a nasty note lock.
Nasty note lock. Bamgo and Kiyoshi will trade misses. And Applers coming through.
We're getting into some really tough streams here at the end now.
Does drop some accuracy, but manages to hang on.
Kiyoshi and Akumiya absolutely dropping there. Akumiya down to 96. Kiyoshi almost down to 96.
And South Korea have started with their best foot forward. And it's over 100K for Korea. It will take a miracle for Japan to come back. Applers has 100K on Akumiya. Look at that accuracy, 99.5. And this is why, if you had been sleeping on South Korea, if you were sleeping on them, sleep on them no longer. We're tied at 1.
No FCs. However, I will say that Korea's performance on this map overall was actually higher. Appler's FC'd the last time. And then Bamgo FC actually got much less misses. Yesterday he got a 20 misplay. Today finishing with a 9 misplay. So I think that what that goes to show is, although Appler's found a few misses, I do think that, like I said, the match that they played against the UK really pointed out some things to them. I think Bamgo getting 20 misses was probably one of those things. I was like, okay, I need to practice this a little bit more.
Speaking of the UK, though, the United Kingdom score on Adcar yesterday would have beaten Japan's score. So that's something interesting. Japan really struggling on this map. They would have lost to the UK as well if the UK put up their exact same performance just now against Japan. So that's an interesting thing to note. But Korea with a total 12 combined 100s, taking that one home, and Japan responding with hidden 2. Oh, never mind. We've been given false intel.
Mango incorrectly read. He was excited because he thought that his team's score overrode Japan's, and it did not, he said.
Can we start a new hashtag? Hashtag blame Mango?
I don't know, man. Hashtag blame Juan is just so World Cup. You know what I mean?
So World Cup, but this is Taiko World Cup.
Ah, yes, Taiko is very different.
And also to get ready for the fruit catching World Cup, we might as well blame a fruit. Blame
You know what? That's a
Mango.
good point. That's a good point.
I'm sorry, Mango. We love you. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. They would have lost by 500.
Oh wow, that hurts.
Oh, that's oh that oh. So Hidden 2 is going to be the pick from Japan here. And here we go. So Uone and Saren against Peaceful and Bamgo. So far a slight accuracy advantage for South Korea off the start. Only 1 minute and 27 seconds long. It's very short. And Uone does drop. Uone has found a break and down to 98.7. Korea. This would be a massive break point. Halfway through the map already. Bamgo and Peaceful. Double miss.
That's bad. Yeah, double miss on the side of Korea.
Heartbreaking, and Saren continues with 99.0.
It's also worth pointing out Peaceful's accuracy really tanked when he got those misses, down to 97.7 now.
Yeah, that's really putting Korea behind the 8 ball here into the final quarter already. Will we see any last second shenanigans, or will we not? Japan running away with it here. They're looking to hold on to this one, and it looks like they will.
That was a close one for Japan.
Nearly a massive break point.
Saren 58 with the silver S, only 14 100s.
Impressive stuff. That slip up from Uone almost gave South Korea the point, but unfortunate double miss from South Korea.
Yeah, as being said in the chat, that double miss really got South Korea. It's unfortunate that they both found their misses at the same time. Feel like it could have been a little bit different. There's not much combo. I've been told that my statistic earlier was wrong. I think 200 is for catch, not taiko. So I apologize. But
True.
having only 442 notes, being down at all, that's definitely not great because there's just not much map there.
How will South Korea respond? They have the pick next. Pool is still relatively wide open here. A lot of people calling for that no mod 1 pick.
You know what actually makes me concerned is that I'm continuously looking back to the South Korea versus UK match to see what South Korea picked and what was picked against them. DJ PVC, the map that was just played, was actually a South Korea pick.
And it will be Hard Rock 1. So South Korea will clear out the Hard Rock pool. Two and a half minutes long, 200 BPM.
Backfire, haven't seen that name in a while.
It looks like we're just going to get players shuffled around to the right spots here. But Akumiya and Saren coming in for Japan. Peaceful and Appler's in for South Korea. And looks like we are set. Will Korea be able to respond again?
It is extremely important that they do.
That early game momentum is everything here. And here we go.
So,
Hard Rock 1.
I will say that this was also played against Korea, as the UK picked it against them, and it happened to be a break point for South Korea. I'm not going to go into what their scores were specifically, just in case for some reason I curse them and make them play worse.
I don't know why the map thing changed in the bottom left, but
we are playing standard now.
we're playing standard apparently, a 49-second map. Anyway, let's ignore that. Japan with a slight accuracy advantage here. Slight act drop from Peaceful, but it's not too major. It's definitely recoverable.
It's recoverable, but will it be able to compete with the Japanese accuracy?
Still very close at the moment.
Appler's dropping accuracy a little bit there.
Yeah, the Japanese players keeping up accuracy really well here. Korea is right behind them. Japan cannot afford a mistake.
OD8. Without Hard Rock, we are at OD10.
And Saren does find a couple 100s there. That scoreboard is closing in. Appler's will drop.
finding a miss.
He does manage to hold on to most of his act, but that may be all Japan needs. Final third of the map. Will we see a mistake from the Japanese? Well, the mistake actually came from the tourney client. Jabate. Peaceful does break.
Like
And
that,
Japan
both Korean FCs are gone.
not showing any signs of slowing down. The Japanese looking very strong on this.
Appler's finding even more misses. Peaceful finding more misses as we near the end of the map. It looks like this is going to be a break point for Japan. Going to be up 3-1.
And indeed, that will be the case. 3-1 Japan. Korea were able to hang with him for a little bit. But alas, to no avail. Japan, in the end, prevailed. Look at that score from Akumiya. Now back to the map pool. Japan with the pick. Oh, interesting. They will pick No Mod 4. This map was not played in South Korea, UK. So this is actually potentially a slight risk from Japan, but at the same time, if this map was avoided, it was probably avoided for a reason.
I agree with you, mostly. Because, like, South Korea won, right, in the end? mean, granted, if they didn't win that last point, it would have gone a tiebreaker, so they wouldn't have picked either way. But I feel like after a match where this map wasn't played, maybe I feel like it's something that the Korean team, or any team for that matter, would have averted their attention to. I do think it's interesting because we don't know what Korea will play like on this map. It's going to be interesting, but I am not sure what to think of this pick.
If Korea had been practicing this one yesterday, this is the one map that Japan has no intel advantage on. So let's see what unfolds here. It should be interesting. And if you're Korea, what a time to get your first breakpoint. This would be the perfect time to do that.
Peaceful saying F for us. You may have been right about why it was avoided last match.
Kumiya and Kyozi for Japan, Peaceful and Kampaku for South Korea. Yeah, that F is not a good sign. Starting with some dense streams here. Some early act drops on both sides. Peaceful and Kumiya in the 99s. Kyozi is actually 96. Kampaku did quite well, but he does find the miss. But his accuracy is still higher than Kyozi's. So it's relatively even at the start. This map, 2 minutes, 48 seconds long. Peaceful will break. Japan now taking the lead. But Kyozi's accuracy is keeping South Korea in it slightly. Oh, but Kampaku, big act drop.
Yeah, from 98 down to 95 now.
The death stream does get Kampaku there. Oh, and he misses that burst stream there. And now Japan with a commanding lead. Kumiya with the beautiful score right now, 99.4. Kyozi is hanging in there. Being outdone by Peaceful, but Kampaku is the one who got caught out. Unless we see some massive no-luck on some death streams from the Japanese players. Don't think Korea can get back in it.
Especially as Kampaku and Peaceful now both find more misses as we get near the end.
Kyozi will break. But Korea would need much more than that. The map is winding to a close. And Kumiya will get caught out as well. Rip the FCs from Japan. Coming to the end. And Japan will take it home. 4-1. Impressive scores from the Japanese players. Especially Kumiya, that's a mad score. And now South Korea down 4-1. They have the pick. Can they do anything to turn the tables? Double time still open. Free mod still. 2 maps open there. 1 hidden map. And 3 no mods remaining. A tough decision here for the Korean roster. Made of fire, no mod 1.
You have to say it with the emphasis that Peaceful said it in the chat.
Made of fire.
Fire.
Fire. Fire. Oh my goodness. Made of fire.
Oh man, this sounds like...
I'm game. We got some Eurobeat in the
Yeah, I was
grand
like, what is
finals.
that one song, frick, that everyone makes fun of? Running in the 90s, that's what it's called, yes.
Yeah, dude. That song is hype.
That's what this sounds like.
It's Eurobeat, man. You gotta have Eurobeat.
What a great song to have in the grand finals. I
But
appreciate
also, look
it.
at the length of this map. Only 1 minute and 18 seconds long. So mistakes are going to be punished heavily here. Peaceful and Apple are still in. Uone and Kyozi will play for Japan. Alright players, get your ultimate tofu store drift on. It's Eurobeat time. Here we go.
Oh boy. Comfortable hands, by the way.
Comfortable hands. Peaceful the early break. Kyozi will trade it. Peaceful once again. But the accuracy advantage with South Korea.
Appler's at a little bit of advantage here. He does play DDKK, and that makes hitting these finishers significantly easier for the most part. So the big question mark for the Korean team is can Peaceful keep up with that?
And Japan starting to pull it back. It's very close though. It's flickering between the teams. 2/3 of the way through. Peaceful will break. Big act drop, and that might be it. Will we see any mistakes from the Japanese players? Gonna be a Kyozi? Kyozi!
Peaceful will trace it though.
Oh, Peaceful will trade it. There was an opportunity. Squandered. Japan all over it. And they will lead 5-1. Oh my goodness. But Applers will get the best of Ruone, just barely. That was exciting. Japan are now 2 away from their 8th Taiko World Cup title.
Peaceful said, "My life is ruined." Knowing how nice of a person he is, I feel bad.
Aw. He
This
really
is
is a nice guy.
He's one of the nicest people in the taiko community.
Hidden one. It would not be 8 in a row. This would be their 6th title in a row if Japan won. The Charlie Dash coming out here. Peaceful and Kompaku in, Uone and Saren in for Japan. Looks like we're getting set here, and man, Korea backs really against the wall here. What can they do?
You know, I have been a bit quiet because I'm trying to come to terms with what's happening. I just, it's really tough. I thought that some of the maps that South Korea picked, they would have definitely had an advantage on.
Also, by the way, Fan, thank you for the 10,000 bits.
Holy
moly.
Every bit is 1 penny, right?
Yeah.
10,000 divided by 0.01.
It's 100. You just move the decimal point 2 places to the left.
I don't know metric.
That's not metric, that's just math.
That's the basis of the metric system. What do you mean?
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure I'm about to get made fun of by the entire world because we're in the US.
That's getting clipped. I'm in the US and I knew that.
Look, I don't need this right now. I'm trying to cope with South Korea's performance, okay?
Listen, alright. That still don't mean you shouldn't be able to do math.
I am not good at math, okay?
Clearly.
That was toxic and unnecessary.
I know it was, and I'm sorry.
I'm gonna report you.
Okay. Anyway. Kompaku really struggling with accuracy at the start here. And that will be a slight edge for Japan on the scoreboard. And Japan's accurate advantage is just growing. Peaceful, who started strong, will find the first break. Or my bad, no. Kompaku did break earlier. Whoops. That's 2 misses, though, from Korea. Their FCs are down already, and Japan still with FCs intact. Look at that speed up. And Uone. That's a weird miss.
Okay, I'm glad that happened before I said anything. I was like, Uone still having only 1/100. Didn't get it out, so you can't blame me.
It was a preemptive caster curse.
No, you can't blame me. It wasn't my fault.
You thought it.
I thought it. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Saren will fall, so no FCs remain. Uone again. And their accuracy's still really good, though. Korea trying to pull it back here. There's not much time, and they have no accuracy advantage whatsoever. It's going to be tough. But it has come back a bit here. If Japan do falter here in the end, Korea are there to capitalize, but Japan will not. 6-1 Japan. Match point.
Match point Japan. It is South Korea's pick. Can they pull it? Can they get that second point? Are we going to see a reverse sweep? Those are the questions we need to answer ourselves or ask ourselves.
All right, it's reverse sweep time. Here we go. A few of these maps have been quite close.
Yeah, there have been many close points here.
They just have not gone the way of Korea at all today. And now Korea, potentially down to their last pick. Got to make it count.
You know, personally, I'm hoping that we'll see No Mod 2, but, you know. Or, yeah, No Mod 2.
I'm kind of curious. The one thing that really kind of just is weird about this whole match is South Korea have been so good on free mod this entire tournament, and they've not gone for it.
This is a tough pick for Korea, that's for sure. That's what I know.
You got that right.
Yes! Yes!
And they are
Yes!
gonna go for Incandescence's map, No Mod 2. They have picked it, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I'm content
The
now.
map was played in Grand Finals. How do you feel?
I'm very happy. Well, it was played yesterday, but I was hoping to see Japan's performance on this map specifically, regardless of whether or not it was my map or not. Because this is 334 BPM, so I really wanted to see how Japan would perform on the map.
2 minutes of 334 BPM. Here we go. Can't say No Mod 2 without no. The decimator of drums, everyone. Bamgo stepping in for South Korea. Ice OC coming in for Japan.
This is all gonna come down to, I feel like, the very last key eye of the map. I know that all 4 players are capable of playing this map with ease. However, the 1-6 at the end of this map that many people have told me to remove, I'm not going to remove. It's a lot of people.
Well, here we go. Japan 1 away from what would be their 8th World Cup title and their 6th consecutive win in TWC. Korea trying desperately to stop them.
As a catch player, Dolan, how do you think it feels to play 334 BPM with your fingers for 2 minutes?
Ow. First thing that pops into my mind. Appler's finding a couple 100s, and that's the only difference maker, but Kiyoshi will follow it up with some 100s as well as Bamgo. ISOC still with that SS. Halfway through. Oh, Bamgo does
Bamgo,
great.
Yep.
That is not good news for South Korea. Japan showing no signs of slowing down. Final third. Their last dash for glory here to bring it home.
We are coming up on the 1/6 bursts here. It could change things a little bit.
Kiyoshi does get caught out. ISO-C does get caught out. Appler is caught out.
Appler is caught out. Bamgo holding strong though, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough on those 1/6 bursts, and there's not much of the map left here to go.
Yeah, Korea were able to close up a little bit there, but it's not going to be enough. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 OS Taiko World Cup champions, Japan, once again, take it home. They're the 8-time world champs, 6 in a row for them. Korea will take a silver medal. GG to both teams, 7-1 the final score.
So I've already been clipped, by the way, of the metric system thing. Okay.
Oh, by the way, my mistake, it is 7 years in a row, apparently, according to Mango. But last time he told me a fact, he was wrong.
That is
so
true.
let's just 6 or 7 in a row. But this is their 8th World Cup win.
You know, Japan is a fantastic and out of this world country when it comes to taiko. So, you know, when I say what I'm about to say, I don't mean anything, because they are a fantastic team. They worked hard, they practiced, they got this, and you know, the fact that they've done it so many years in a row it really goes to show how skilled and how out of this world every single player is. But my God, was I hoping South Korea would win.
I think that everyone is hoping for someone to defeat Japan, but they remain at the top. They do not go down easily.
We're gonna need some handicaps the following years.
And yes, it is 7 in a row, not 6. Insane stuff from Japan, but there they are, the winners. Here is the podium. Japan the gold, South Korea the silver, the United Kingdom the bronze.
You know, honestly, Japan is an amazing team. Congratulations to Japan, congratulations to South Korea, and congratulations to the United Kingdom for what they've achieved this year. The podium that you see in front of you, while Japan is the reigning champion, we see a radically different top 3 than we usually do. The tournament that we've seen this year, as Dolan said earlier, this is possibly one of the most interesting and most exciting installments of the Taiko World Cup in a while. And I hope that we continue to see tournaments like this in the future as South Korea, the United Kingdom, Taiwan, and countries across the globe continue to expand their player bases. But the 7th year in a row, Japan will take it once again.
And we are also going to be getting a tiebreaker showcase. And it is over. Let the CWC hype commence, folks.
I always enjoy seeing the grand finals teams do a tiebreaker showcase.
Oh yeah, it's always fun to watch them do it, because you never know who's going to set like an insane score. And it's also nice for the players because they don't have to worry about nerves. The match is already over. They just get to play it for fun.
It's like a handshake at the end of it all, you know?
Yeah. It's tradition. All right. Let's send TWC off in style, boys.
Yo, this song sounds like something I would cry to right now. What? Oh wait, never mind. It's changed now. That piano solo though was, whew, man, tugging the heartstrings.
I also see the chat asking questions about the next World Cup. The group stage drawings, I believe, will be May 2nd, with group stage action beginning May 9th. Registrations are currently open, so if you haven't signed up for that and want to play, go register. It's been a really interesting Taiko World Cup. We got oh, Yazzie gifting 10 subs. Raiden getting one of those, as well as Drum Decimator. Thank you, Yaz. Referee extraordinaire. We had 10,000 bits and now 10 subs. So, Incandescence, what's been your favorite moment of this World Cup?
Man, you know, I think honestly, my personal favorite, and I kind of said this on Twitter a little bit, my personal favorite thing, it's not really a moment, my favorite thing about this World Cup is how far Sweden got in this tournament. Like, I can't let it go.
You're pogging about it, man.
They had a 3-person roster and they got so far in this tournament, and I think that's absolutely amazing. And
hopefully they've inspired some Swedish Taiko players.
I hope so.
Tournaments.
I talked to Rafals right after the match concluded, and you know, he said himself and Nurend definitely are in need of a break after this Taiko World Cup. But he hopes that everyone comes back, and that hopefully next year they will have a full roster, that Sweden can get even further in the tournament than they did this year. But to go as far as they did with only 3 people, I think is an amazing feat. And I'm going to continue to remember how well Sweden did this year.
Hats off to them. Brilliant job. And also, you want to talk about teams doing really well. We talked about, I mentioned them earlier, Italy. This was only their second time making it to the bracket stage, and they made it all the way to finals week. That's a top 6 result. That's amazing. Well done to them.
Yeah, that's, you know, honestly, I didn't think about Italy, but to summarize what they've done this year, it is incredible what we've seen overall this year. And you know, I hope that Taiko World Cup going forward is as interesting, if not more, than this year's. But this is definitely one for the books.
Definitely. Looks like they are getting set for the showcase of the tiebreaker. Here we go. Start command is in. Let's see what they can do. Take it in, ladies and gentlemen, the final drum decimation of the 2020 Taiko World Cup. You hoping to see a nutty score here?
I honestly haven't seen the tiebreaker, so I'm both observing it and hoping for some really cool scores and thinking in my head, what if this went to tiebreaker? That's the kind of picture I'm putting this in.
Peaceful out here, flexing with Hidden. I'm a little bit biased as a Hidden player myself.
I prefer playing Hidden on Taiko to Hard Rock, for sure.
I prefer playing Hidden on every mode.
Are you saying you can play Hidden on Taiko?
Better than Hard Rock.
You know what? That's fair. I don't like Hard Rock.
I don't like Hard Rock on any mode either. It's just a thing.
It's just too hard.
Yeah. Still got 2 FCs on the screen, folks. Praying I do not curse them here.
I saw someone miss in my peripheral and it was ISO C. I was about to yell at you.
I would have been so upset. You know what's funny? I just realized. The Taiko World Cup is the only World Cup that South Korea has not won.
South Korea's won standard?
Back in the day. Before the US dominance began, I believe they won 2 or 3 of them.
How many years in a row has the US won the Standard World Cup now?
Only 2. They won 2, then Poland won, then US won the next 2.
Ah, yes, I remember Poland winning. Yeah.
But this is literally the one World Cup that South Korea has not won. So Korea was 3rd last year, they're 2nd this year.
Next year, it has to be next year. It has to.
It's destiny. 2021 is the year South Korea completes OSI. But I think Japan and Taiko is the most dominant force in any mode, any World Cup. I don't think you can argue with that statement.
What we saw this year, we saw South Korea take Japan 7-5 in the semis. Or finals? So semis? I was like, okay, so what's the semis? That's what I thought. We saw them take them almost to tiebreaker, and we saw the UK climb up to heights that I'm sure I'm not alone in thinking that they weren't going to come this far, and they did. Taiwan not being in the top 3 is insane.
Yeah. First time since 2014. And I don't want to say anything because there's something ridiculous going on right now, so I'm not. That's all I'm going to say. Is you should be watching this screen to look at a certain individual, because this man is popping off. Applers FC 951,000 points.
If this had gone to tiebreaker, if this was a tiebreaker, Japan would have won by 5,000 points.
Well, Peaceful also had Hidden on.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that.
It's still very close.
That's
that
insane.
will do it. Applers, well done. Giving us something to send the World Cup off with. What a performance. FC's tiebreak. And that is gonna do it. That is 10 years of drum decimating in the books.
It's been fun.
It has been a trip, ladies and gentlemen. It has been something indeed. But there it is, your tiebreaker showcase. And here's the podium once again. So there you go, Japan, your winners. South Korea, the runners-up. UK will take a bronze. We want to thank all the players for participating, all the staff for running the tournament, our map pool selectors, fellow casters, our referees, our hosts, our streamers. We want to thank you, the viewers, for tuning in every single week to watch the best of the best smash some drums.
It's kind of sad that it's all over.
I know, it's always a very somber moment. The outro of the grand finals every year, it's... You're like, it's already over?
You know, these World Cups always go by so much faster than you think. You know, they go through a duration of about a month and a half to 2 months, and they're literally always over before you know it.
They are. But we are going to have to close this one out. The next time we will see you will be May 2nd for the Catch World Cup group stage drawings and map pool showcase there. So you can check the wiki for schedules on that. Incan, it has been a pleasure as always.
Yeah, it's been great. And you know, we might not be together on the showcase, but I'm sure that we will be back in the Catch World Cup. So I look forward to it.
As do I, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for watching the 2020 Taiko World Cup. We hope to see you at the next one. Stay awesome, everyone. And remember, rhythm is just a click away. Bye-bye, everyone.
Peace.
feel the evolution. Oh, my time no longer frozen. So maybe all the I don't know who